Hey, welcome back, everybody. If you've already been here before, if this is your first time, we would like for you to like, share, and subscribe. At least one of the three. Got my girl Kayla Ray with me again, in the building. What's up, Miss Kayla Ray?
Going on this Sunday afternoon? Well,
Oh
almost after.
man, beautiful Sunday, beautiful. Did you get some rain yesterday?
It did. It rained pretty hard. It was coming down.
hmm
Yeah.
Did you have to get out?
I did after it subsided. I didn't go directly into it. By the time I left, it was starting to slow up a little bit.
Yeah, I got out. It rained like um after I got home, so I was good. I didn't really get caught in it.
Yeah,
Let me
my
see.
hair pays for the humidity.
Oh, it's cool. That's your look though. You got a whole bunch of different looks you can pull off.
Thank you. Yeah.
Um, yeah, welcome back, people. Again, like, share, subscribe, please. We saw some trending topics on different Facebook, Instagram. So we just want to share with you thought we would what we thought would be a good topic today to get both male and female perspective. So as we're scrolling down Facebook, it seems to be a lot of posts about can a relationship work after cheating? And so you scroll down and she's like, can a relationship still work after cheating? What if they ask for forgiveness and promise you to change? After cheating, can a relationship ever go back to normal? So up and down, up and down, up and down. After cheating, can a relationship go back to normal? It seems to be, you know, a hot topic right now. We love to voice our opinion on that subject. So, we thought we'd give our professional opinion. I'm a professional at this.
Oh, you
So,
are.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, they say experience is the best teacher, and I got a whole lot of experience. So, um, oh, I'm gonna ask you. You take the floor. Can a relationship go back to normal after cheating? Is the
I
question.
wouldn't say normal. I do believe that a relationship can work on the healing process after cheating.
hmm
Um, I wouldn't specifically say normal just because whatever led up to the cheating, you don't want to go back to that place.
hmm
But I do feel like you can move on, you can heal, um, get some therapy, want the same things after the cheat, and then just focus on the root of the problem and focus on what you're going to do next. But I do believe that if you have a forgiving heart and if you have that communication line open, like we discussed before, there
hmm
can be and to move forward with the relationship in a positive way.
So you say you can move forward, but can it go back the way it was before?
Well, what was the way
Back
before? Because
is
somebody
the
cheated.
I mean the question was can the relationship go back to normal? Like can you fully recover from cheating or do you just live with the fact that you were cheated on and you forgive but of course you'll never forget. So, you know, um I say it depends on who cheated. Like and everybody's going to say that's a double standard, women anyway. But in the reality, I mean, it is. It's a double standard. I won't lie. But if see, women are more forgiving, I would say, or have been. These new age women, I don't know. They're a little different. It's like the new women like the way niggas used to be, and
Mm.
it's like all the niggas done got soft. They the way women used to be.
Yeah, so some women they out here they'll pull a you on you and you be like, oh, I'm surprised. What
Yeah,
happened? Yeah.
yeah. But so I say if a man cheats, then it's a more likelihood that the woman will forgive him, and she
Mm.
might more than likely she's gonna throw it in his face every chance she get, But I'm gonna say if the woman cheats, I don't think it can go back to the way it used to be. I don't even know what the chances are of her being forgiven. Like I don't see a man, not me. I'm not gonna be able to take a woman back for cheating on me. Like
Now, are you speaking about married couples or are you speaking about couples who are just dating and there's infidelity in the relationship? Because I think that has a lot to do with it also what happens. If you're married versus if you're just dating each other and somebody cheats, it may be more likely that one or the other person move on.
No, married. If my wife cheats on me, I'm done.
Okay.
And again, I know it's a double standard because if I cheated, then if I love my wife and don't want to lose her, then I'm going to want her to forgive
Fight
me.
for the
I'm going to want her to give me a second chance and not leave me for stumbling and falling. It happens. But if the shoe was on the other foot, I could never take my wife back for cheating on me. No, it's just a woman's body is sacred ground. You feel me?
I
I
feel
know, I know women don't want to hear this, but it's in a man's nature to be attracted to. Why are you making that face?
I'm just listening to you. I'm just observing. I'll wait my
It's it's
turn.
it's it's in a man's nature. It is like especially a black man. I can't speak for white men, but black man, our gene pool, we started in Africa and we had multiple wives. We had concubines. As kings, we had concubines. It's true. So, but we're over here and we've been colonized, and we're only allowed to have one woman, but that doesn't take away the desire. Now, that doesn't mean you have to cheat, because nobody wants to. As a husband, you want to do good. You know how much it's going to hurt your wife, so
Mhm.
you try to resist the temptation, but sometimes it may happen, and I don't make no excuse for that, But as a man, I understand. But as a woman, it's different. See, women don't just loosely run around sleeping with other men. Like a woman cheats emotionally first before she
Mhm.
cheats physically.
Yeah,
You
her
agree with
mind's
that
gone.
statement, huh?
I agree. I do agree. Her mind is gone. Yeah, before she decides to step out.
Right? And the man, it just happened on a Wednesday. He didn't have no plans on. He went to wash his car. He went to wash his car and he done fucked around and cheated.
And some fine young lady just walked by, and there it was, huh?
Hey man, and she was too with it. But uh,
I just look at he said he got tired of cheating and tired of lying and hiding the fact that he was doing whatever it was he was doing when he was with his first wife, second wife. So he
who
just
said that? Who we talking about?
Neo, Neo,
Hmm?
the singer, Neo,
Oh, you
the
said
singer.
Neo. Oh, okay, okay. So
So
so.
now he's in a relationship with all these women because they're okay with it. So
Hmm.
I guess that's what his cheating led up to. Just go ahead and be open and out with it, and as long as everybody's okay with it, it's okay. But that's the thing
Hmm.
when yeah, either the mate is going to be okay with it because in hindsight, it's like you still sharing your mate anyway. I don't know. I feel like if you're willing and ready to fight for your relationship and what it's worth, that's why I asked you, were you talking about married couples or couples who were just dating? Because in my opinion, there is a difference. There is a difference when a married man or a married woman cheats because you got to think about what you've built, what you have, what you've established versus someone if you're just dating and you step outside the dating relationship. I think there's
Hmm.
a difference with the way the forgiveness goes.
So I mean, but as a man, whether I'm dating someone or married, I'm not gonna. I don't see myself forgiving somebody for cheating. Now I can forgive them, but I'm not gonna be with them. I have to,
Like,
because I feel like if you do something one time, you'll do it again,
mm,
and that goes for the woman too. If or I mean the man too, because if I mean, what is the likelihood that a man? I'll put it this way: every relationship that I've known of where the guys cheated and the woman forgave him, he cheated again
get it again.
and
That's what I was going
again
to
and
say.
again. So you have to have your stand your ground, your boundaries. Like you have to have your zero tolerance. Like if you're gonna forgive him for cheating, he gonna do it again, and
The
she'll
tone
probably
has
do it
to be
again.
early. The tone in the relationship has to be set early. Not saying that no one deserves to be cheated on or lied to or any of those things, but I feel like sometimes there's always a warning before destruction. There's always a sign or signal that says, "Hey, we're having some issues." A person's pattern changes, what they do, how they are towards you, the affection changes. Like you said, with women, most of the time, yeah, like we mentally leave the relationship first.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
So, what would be an acceptable reason for cheating?
well, there's no acceptable reason, but I feel like there's a reason why when you understand what led up to that. Maybe work schedules, maybe you grow up and grow apart. You're just not the same people that you were when you got into the relationship. Just there's so many avenues you could go down as far as like reasons, but I think those are maybe just some of the top reasons, in my opinion, on
Hmm.
why a person step outside the relationship.
Right. So, women normally cheat for what they're not getting in a relationship, right?
Lack of, yeah, lack thereof. Like maybe he's not as affectionate. Maybe he's not paying attention to me. Maybe he's not complimenting me anymore. And the work husband is, hey, what'd you eat today? I'm gonna go get breakfast. I'm gonna
Mm,
oh, that's a pretty dress you have on. Just those
mm,
simple comments go a long way. And like, dang, my own husband is not doing this at home, and we sleep in the same bed, and eat at the same dinner table.
hmm.
Like, what's going on? That's why people are so accepting of the work husband, the work wife, and then it starts going in a different direction, and it can possibly lead to cheating. I've seen it.
Hmm. You get to where you get excited, or you start getting excited to see your work husband or your work
Yeah,
wife. You start looking forward to it. I would say, he gonna have some sweet. He always flirting with you. Your husband, he don't flirt with you no more.
yeah.
And probably the wife don't flirt with the husband no more. Y'all have become roommates with kids, and and y'all split the bills or whatever, and that's about it. The chivalry, the romance, all of that. It's no longer there, and you start to get that from somewhere else.
You still
What
have to
about?
date your partner, don't you think? Don't you think you still have to
eh,
date your wife or husband?
yeah, you do, but in reality, that's what happens. Like you say, after 10, 20 years of marriage, there are a few that really still have that spark.
Yeah.
A lot of relationships,
Create it.
huh? Hmm?
You have to find ways to create it, especially if you have adult children that leave the house. There, you still have to find a way to date each other, find out what you like as a couple, find out where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and work on it. But
But
otherwise, yeah, I feel like that leads to cheating.
after 10, 15 years together, you shouldn't have to find out. You should know what she likes. He should know. What about? Oh, let me ask you this. Now, this is a totally different subject. What if the man said, like, how they say you got to spice it up? What if after 10, 15 years, he's like, hey, baby, what do you think about,
Bringing something else.
trying something spontaneous, like bringing another woman into the bedroom? Would you be offended by that?
I would definitely. I would definitely be offended
So what would you say?
because like you just said, you should know me better than that. You should know what I will and won't accept. So yeah, I'd be offended. Like, why are you even asking me that? Like, what prompted that question?
Because we're discussing spicing things up, and that's where the man's probably gonna go his first thing. So, what in your opinion, if y'all were discussing, the relationship, y'all 10, 15 years in, like you said, the kids at the house, it's just y'all two, and y'all want to spice things up. That's what he would say. What would you say? What would your idea of spicing things up be out of the norm?
I feel like you can be intimate without having sex. There's other ways to bring intimacy into the bedroom, into your
Agree.
relationship. It doesn't have
Agree.
to be um, that part of the stream of sex where you're bringing another person into your bedroom. I mean, look at
Hmm.
Candy and Todd. How'd that work out for them?
How to
Like
work
that's
out?
another topic.
How to work out for who?
Candy and Todd. That's what happened with their relationship. Allegedly, they
I
brought
don't. I
someone up
don't.
in the bedroom, and he's supposedly with her now. So I don't know. I would be. I
Mm.
feel like there's other ways to spice up the relationship. Maybe you can introduce different positions, different toys. Do some role playing. I mean, there's other ways that you can still keep it interpersonal between you and your mate.
It's 10, 15 years in. Y'all done did all the positions, all the toys. The only thing we ain't did is a threesome.
Well, like you asked me what I would think, and I would definitely say no to that.
I'm just messing with you. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the first thing a man would
I
say.
get where
But
you're coming from. I
but
get
but to
your
be
point.
honest, I don't see that happening anyway. Because if you've been with a person 10, 15 years, I don't think y'all would be, no matter how comfortable y'all are with each other, y'all would never be comfortable to like bring somebody else in and like have sex in front of them.
Oh, it
You know.
happens. People get bored every day. It happens. It just ain't happening in my household, but it happens. But that just goes back to like sharing someone. Like you know your man's cheating, you know your
Hmm.
woman's cheating, but you love them so much, you just accept the other relationship. Well, really, technically y'all all sleeping together anyway.
Hmm.
So those relationships when you're accepting the cheating, and I've been young and dumb, but it's just like it's just different when you're married. It's different when you really want to fight for your relationship when you're in love. I mean, there's like I said, there's other ways to find intimate moments with your mate besides bringing someone into the relationship, and then just look at all the problems that it causes down the line.
So I've seen, speaking of that, I saw recently on a Tubi movie where
Oh,
where this girl, where of course it was a black movie, Tubi movie, but this she wanted to please her husband so badly that she accepted the fact that he wanted a threesome, and she went to the club. They went to the club together and found a girl. I think it ended up being like a thriller or whatever. But you have those cases where a woman wants to please her man that much, or she want to keep him that much that she allows him to get that out of his system. So you don't see yourself loving a guy that much, huh?
no, not at this point in my life. No, because then
Too old for
like,
that.
well, it's not even that, but I
We're
just
not
feel like,
kids.
yeah, is this a one and done? Is it just something we tried? But what if he really starts liking it and now you think every so often, once a month, once every 2 months, or it's so often you want to continue to do this? Like
Yeah,
I thought it was, you just don't know which direction that goes when you start changing up what you are comfortable with or not,
hmm
because you have
hmm
to have that conversation with your mate. Like, is this time?
hmm
Um, and then it just can go so many different directions negatively. I just don't think that's a good idea.
right. That's, I guess that's another topic though. Um, so my answer is to the question, can a relationship fully recover? I say if the man cheats, the relationship can fully recover, but he's probably going to cheat again.
Yeah.
You say, you say no. No, you say it can
I
recover.
I think it can. Yeah, if you're both willing to fight for the relationship and if you both are on the same page with what you want. But again, I just think it goes back to what led up to the cheating. Like what was happening before the cheats.
Hmm.
So when you say going back to normal, like what is your normal? Because um what was going on, what wedged the relationship before the person started cheating. You always see the signs. And maybe, well, I
Hmm.
say most of the time, like you said, you 10, 15 years in, you saw the signs where the relationship was going a different direction. You just
Right,
ignored it.
right. Hmm. I suppose. So we
So
agreeing, we agreeing to disagree. But
that's
no,
different.
I think it can go back. It can go. It can move forward. I think women are more forgiving than men.
Yeah.
Men we're funny about that. I mean, because we view sex different than women view in most times. And if a woman cheats, she just made love to a dude. You know, the dude, he just went out and banged some. It wasn't even the same. So when guys get caught, and they'd be like, "Baby, she didn't mean nothing." Like that's the truth. She didn't mean nothing to him. But the guy you slept with meant something. Y'all been dating at work for 3 months, going on little lunch dates and shit.
Yeah, I think a lot of times men view sex as a sport. They view it as recreational purposes. It's just something to do. It's just a way to release whatever stress you have, and whoever you release that stress in, then that's all that matters to you. A lot of times.
Hey, Chris Rock said it best on one of his stand-ups. He said, "Shit, if pussy chasing you, you can't run that fast. You can run." Anyway, so I guess let's go find something else to talk about.
Y'all like,
So
share, subscribe,
as
post your
usual,
opinion.
as
comment.
usual, yes. As usual, chime in. Follow both of us. Follow Kayla Ray. We're on YouTube. Um, you on IG?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. All right, people. Till next time. Appreciate it. We would really appreciate your comments. When we're going live.
I think we still need a little time. We're gonna try to go live this coming week. So
Okay. So
stay
please
tuned.
follow so you can see when we go live. And we're open to all suggestions and topics. The good thing we you get a male and a female perspective on life. So, in our
Yeah.
opinion, anyway. So,
And it's real. We real people.
for sure.
Real life scenarios, real life situations.
Yes, sir. Till next time.
Be cool in these hot streets. Peace.
Bye.